Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Zoo Tycoon Let's Play scenario video. It's been a while since I last did a scenario video, which was the Paradise Island zoo scenario, which was the first of the two base game very advanced scenarios. But yeah, it's been a while since I've actually done a Zoo Tycoon video, so I apologise for that. But with regards to Paradise Island, I will just say that basically we got 36 months to complete the scenario. You'll notice straight away that we get 36 months to complete this scenario. And yeah, after the video recording, I basically said I might not record the second half of the scenario because I've already completed the objectives, and the video would just be like, part 2 would just be sort of a 2-hour video where nothing happens. Long story short, I completed the scenario on my own in my own time, didn't record it, and as I said and predicted, literally nothing happened. Because I couldn't adopt any animals, so it was literally just, I don't know, hour and a half, or whatever, 18 months of in-game time, where I just simply sold animals that grew up and then overcrowded the exhibits and made sure that animals didn't die and I had empty exhibits. I think I hired like a few maintenance workers just to make sure that they were repairing the broken fences. I didn't build any buildings. I didn't do anything, to be honest. Like I said, it would have been extremely boring. But anyway, that is the past. This is now. One thing I will say, by the way, is that we did actually unlock the unicorn as a reward for completing Paradise Island, which I might build an exhibit for this scenario. I'd be surprised if I don't, to be honest. But this is breeding giant pandas, very advanced. And it says the Field View Zoo, just outside of London, England, has just hired you to run their facility. The directors have given you a goal of purchasing a mated pair of pandas and getting the pandas to mate. In order to attract the attention of the Chinese government, you will need to raise the visibility of the zoo. The Chinese Panda Committee won't even consider your request until you have at least 15 different animal species in highly suitable exhibits. In preparation for this event, the zoo has started a new training program for the zookeepers. This program will educate the keepers about the varied and specialised care of pandas. Look under Research Conservation Funding to begin funding this program. So yeah, we have 36 months to possess at least one baby giant panda, and I think when it says baby, it basically means a panda that we didn't buy. So if the baby grows up into an adult, I think that's still okay. It doesn't have to be a literal baby, it's just a panda that was bred at the zoo. And an exhibit suitability rating of at least 90 for 15 exhibits. Notice that in the objectives it doesn't actually say 15 different species, but in the scenario description it does say that we won't get pandas until 15 different animal species are exhibited in the zoo. So I'm a bit confused by that, but I'm just going to go with 15 different species anyway. So we start with $75,000, which is quite a nice bit of cash. A large map that is basically flat and all grass. Nice. It is tempting to keep this, but I'm just going to get rid of it anyway, because as much as I do want the gift shop and the carousel, it's probably better to just destroy them and build them where I actually want them. And also I don't want the raised bit of terrain about, and the pizza stand, the restroom, the ice cream stand and the drink stand. I don't want any of that. So get rid of all this and flatten this terrain. There we go. And we now start with $84,000. And we can save the game as breeding giant pandas. So yeah, if you just had base game Zoo Tycoon with like no expansions, this would actually be the last scenario in the entire game. I have all the expansions and all the extra scenarios, so I think including this one there's like 6 more scenarios, which is actually not that much. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Zoo Tycoon once I complete all the scenarios. Maybe just, I don't know, because I'm not going to play Zoo Tycoon 2, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, I might like record a free form, but I'm not sure. If there's demand for it, and people in comments say like, yeah, do freeform, then like maybe I will, but I'd have to do something interesting because honestly I feel like I've kind of done everything in the scenarios. So the freeform would basically just be like the same as the scenarios. It would just be like create a big zoo, but with animals that I've already used many times before. So I don't know how entertaining that will actually be. Anyway, let's unpause the game and actually just like save the game again. Right, so we've basically got free roam to build whatever exhibits that we actually want. Notice that we can adopt a lot of animals, but we can't actually adopt pandas right now. But we still have a lot of different choice over what animals we want to exhibit. Do we want to research endangered animals? I'm not actually sure, because it's possible that we'll just be able to adopt the pandas as soon as they become available, which is once we have 15 exhibits. And also, if we can just adopt as many as we want, then it might be worthwhile getting quite a few panda exhibits and just closing them off to guests, because that way it increases our chances of actually having a baby be born. For now, we basically just want animal care and panda care. I guess we can research panda care later, but we also don't want to leave it too late, because we want everything in panda care to be researched by the time we actually do get the pandas, so we're not worrying about researching the panda care once we actually have the pandas. Anyway, let's just go with Bengal tigers, seeing as they're a popular exhibit for guests. And how many countless Bengal tiger exhibits have I built? Nobody knows. But I feel like I build Bengal tigers basically at every opportunity, because they're a very popular animal with guests. And who can blame them? I mean, who doesn't like tigers? Alright, so we're going to need a male and a female, and shelter, yes. Rainforest, and as always, a bit of grass. I mean, with this scenario, you get 36 months, but there is a lot of luck involved, because if those pandas don't breed, that might not be any fault of your own. On the other hand, if the pandas breed like straight away, then theoretically we could actually win the scenario in like 2 years, and then we're just left with like, 2 months essentially of, well, not 2 months, 12 months of sitting around waiting for nothing to happen. At least with Paradise Island, I suppose, you do know that like once you've completed the objectives, that's basically it. With this, I suppose there's always a possibility that you can fail, because the pandas just don't breed. And, I don't like scenarios where there's an element of randomness involved. So we may as well start researching the animal care now. As for conservation, I can't imagine we're going to need endangered animals. I think pandas are just going to become available, like, they're just going to become available. But whether we just get given 2, or whether we can adopt as many as we like, I don't know. That will be revealed. Hopefully we can just adopt as many as we like. Because then also, if they die of old age, we can just get some more. Because that's what we don't want, is for the adopted pandas to die of old age before they breed. That would really stink. Because then, then the scenario would be basically impossible to complete. Anyway, yeah, get the zookeeper, get the signs up. Right, put in the animal theatre. That can go here. The elephant ride can go here. The carousel can go here. The restaurant go here, and petting zoo, and basically this zoo is going to look pretty similar to all my other zoos. Oh, compost building can go like in the corner over here. I guess it should probably go over there, where there's like it's even further away from this, but it really doesn't matter. I need to create paths. Actually, that's interesting. They're using the restaurant even though it's like not actually on a path. So the game is really quiet at the moment because I guess because like there's not really much in the zoo going on. But it's kind of eerily quiet. Alright. So let's just raise up some prices. Carousel $6. Animal Theatre $7. Restaurant $17. I still don't know if you can actually just charge full price for a restaurant or not, because it's the only place you can get food, drink, and go to a toilet. But the thing is guests will use it at $17 and they might not use it at $22, so I just leave it at $17, because then I know it's still going to make a profit and guests will use it. Alright, I don't think I'm missing anything building-wise. Oh yeah, the gift shop and the animatronic theatre. Alright, well let's put the animatronic over there. The gift shop can go here. Wait. Yeah. Gift shop there. And then the animatronics is over there. Okay, I think that's everything. Just check. Oh, Japanese garden. I guess, yeah. That can go over here. Hold up. There you go. So that's all the sort of fundamental buildings in place. All we've got to do now is just build like 14 more exhibits. Was it 14? Yeah, we need 15 exhibits. So, I mean, end of the day, we've got a lot of money and we've got quite a lot of space and we've got quite a lot of time. So it shouldn't be too big of an issue. I mean, we can even like cheap out and just build bison exhibits. You know. And that's not a bad idea, actually. Just build a bison exhibit like near the entrance. Why not? Let's go for that. Because bisons are actually reasonably popular. Like, they're not, you know, they're cheap and cheerful, but they're also actually not that bad. Hang on. I think 6x10 is big enough for like 3 bison. Good thing about bison as well is you can have one male and then like as many females as you want. They're not like, oh yeah, you have to have one male and then one female. There's the unicorn, by the way. It costs $6,000 to adopt. I think it's the most expensive animal, apart from like Bigfoot and Yeti, in Zoo Tycoon. Because I think the T-Rex is like $6,500. Male unicorns are sort of like black and orange. Female are like the traditional white. Baby unicorns are sort of like zebra colour. Unicorns are very, very attractive to guests, but they're also very shy. And they need quite a lot of space, and they need quite a big exhibit, actually. And I think you can only really have like 2 in an exhibit, otherwise, otherwise they complain. But they're very shy, but they're very popular with guests, and they're also very expensive. But like I say, we will build a unicorn exhibit. That's 99 suitability for the bison. Yeah, where's my zookeeper? So, he can be assigned to those two exhibits. Exhibit 2, that needs to be renamed to Bison Exhibit. Okay. So you'll notice actually it's quite unusual that we don't actually have zoo rating, guest happiness or animal happiness goals. So basically once we have the baby panda, we have basically won the scenario, unless it dies, I guess. Or we just can't get the pandas to breed. You know, I mean, if we can't get the pandas to breed, then that's just really unfortunate. But failing that, this should be quite an easy scenario. Alright, let's get another exhibit going. Could get penguins, actually. Or polar bear. Let's do polar bear. So that's 10 by... I can't remember how big you need a polar bear exhibit to be. 6, 7... Let's do 8, because I don't know if 70 squares is big enough for 2 polar bear. But I'm pretty sure 80 squares is big enough. And also polar bears are pretty simple to exhibit. It's just half salt water, half stone, half snow, not stone, and they're popular with guests. Well, that's not right, is it? Should have done it that way. That's why. Oh, and we can do crocodiles as well. Crocodiles are fairly cheap and attractive to guests. Guests really like crocodiles. And also, crocodiles breed quite a lot, so you do have to monitor them, but you can make money by just selling off the, like, baby crocodiles. Okay, so that's only 90 suitability. Do I need more salt water, maybe? No? More snow? No, it is a 50-50 mix. I think I just need more rocks, actually. Polar bears have really, really weird exhibit suitability requirements. Because they don't want any foliage, but they want loads and loads of rocks. So that's not 97 suitability. He's saying there's too many rocks, but there aren't. Annoyingly, I can't get Marine Mania stuff, so I can't get the icy keg and the like the ice float for the polar bears. But I don't know how much difference that really makes to suitability. I think negligible, really. Right, let's get another zookeeper. We're not going to bother with tour guides. We will need maintenance workers later on, though, but we don't need them right now. Yeah, just keep researching animal care. We probably don't need to be researching animal enrichment. Staff education, yeah, for like the zookeepers and the maintenance workers. But obviously, you know, once we finish with the animal care, then we'll start working on the panda care. And we don't need shelters. But animal care, you want in, like, basically every zoo. Animal enrichment, you only really need it if you need the cat climbing tree and the swinging log toy. Otherwise, you can kind of just make do. I guess, like, gorilla climbing bars as well. But otherwise, you can just make do with, like, small line rocks, small chimpanzee bars, and, like, orangutan stuff. Anyway, let's carry on with a crocodile exhibit. Hang on. I can't remember how big it needs to be, so I'm just going to make it a... Actually, I think it only has to be 60 squares. But I need, like, high suitability, so it's easier if I make it If you want really high suitability with a crocodile exhibit, it's easiest if you just make it exactly 100 squares. Because if you make it like, say, 60 or 80 squares or whatever the minimum is for 2 crocodiles, it's quite difficult to get really high suitability. Whereas if you make it like 100 squares, the suitability is just a piece of cake. I don't know the exact terrain requirements, but it's something like this anyway. I can modify it when I actually put the animals in. So we're going to need rocks, and if memory serves, you don't actually use the water reeds, you use the water lilies, which makes no sense because it's a saltwater crocodile from Southeast Asia, and the water lilies are from North America, and they are also cheaper, but I think they actually do give a higher suitability than the water ferns. Don't ask why, it's just Zoo Tycoon logic. Also, they really like these water lilies. Right, I think that's probably enough. Yeah, so some of this dirt probably wants to be salt water. And there you have it, 100 suitability, that was a piece of cake. So, this guy needs to be assigned to the crocodiles. Oh shit, I don't have anyone assigned to the polar bear, so this guy needs to be assigned to both of these exhibits then. Which means I need to move the exhibit entrance to over here, that is fine. Right, let's save the game. So, we are not low on cash, but we only have $16,500 dues left. If I can get 95 guest happiness, that will help, because that's an extra $25,000. Animal happiness 99. Zoo rating is already 84, even with just 4 exhibits. I suppose if we have 15 exhibits plus the panda, that's 16 exhibits, so we'll need, well, 8 zookeepers, theoretically. Maybe a few more, just in case. We're going to have like a fair amount of research going on. We might get, and with 16 exhibits, we might actually get like a fairly high zoo rating, so it'll probably be at least 90 by the time we're done, I reckon. Animal happiness, that should stay above like 95. And guest happiness, yeah, I guess if guest happiness stays above 95, or even if it just goes above 95 once, that'd be really good. I need to increase the cost of admission to 29. Later that needs to be 49, but I've basically lost out a load of money because these guys were only paying $22, they should have been paying $29. Whoops! I always forget to do that, and it's very annoying. Right, I'm going to need the zookeeper, and then build another exhibit. So, what do I want to build as the exhibit? I have no idea. Maybe some camels. I mean, we can literally build any exhibit we want. And yet I keep finding myself going back to the same exhibits. Zebra. I don't know, like... Yeah, let's just go camels. They're not super duper popular with guests, but they're sort of easy enough to build. Actually, camels are quite difficult to get, like, 90 suitability. Like, you have to kind of build a bit of a weird exhibit for them. Oh, there you go. 95 guest happiness, so $25,000 one-time bonus. That is really nice. Yeah, I don't think guest happiness is going to be a problem in this scenario. I mean, it's not a goal, it's not actually an objective, as you can see, to get guest happiness, but I think in all honesty, like, we will probably maintain a decent guest happiness anyway. And obviously, the happier the guests are, the longer they stay in the zoo. The more money we make, therefore the better. So, we do want happy guests, even if it isn't actually a specific scenario objective. 2 camels, that's fine. Probably don't need a third. And also the exhibit... Well, actually, the exhibit would be big enough, but I don't think we want a third camel anyway. Because then I think they might complain. But actually, if they're saying like they want more animals in the exhibit, then we will get a third camel. I don't want like any savannah or anything. No, I think that is it actually for terrain. I don't know whether to use small rock or small desert rock. I think small rock is probably better. You can probably fit more small rocks than you can small desert rocks, so it probably is better for exhibit suitability. And even though it says to use the quiver tree, you're better off using the palm tree for some reason. Even though it says it's from North America, it is actually apparently the best thing for camels in this game. And that is a suitability of only 88, so yeah, we're going to need more palm trees. Maybe camels was a bit of a mistake. 91. Because like I say, you do have to be a bit odd with the exhibit. And obviously, the more foliage... If I build too much foliage, there's always the risk that the suitability will start decreasing. Well, it's at 95 at the moment. I'm going to leave it at that. So, yeah, it's a bit weird, the camel exhibit, but it does work. Alright, so this zookeeper is assigned to camels. We've got 5 exhibits guarded? Monitored, I suppose is the better word. 5 exhibits monitored by 3 zookeepers. Why did I build path out this way? I suppose that's just like future planning because I'm going to build exhibits out this way. But the next exhibit I want to build right next to the camels so this guy doesn't have far to travel. And as for the next exhibit, I don't know. I could go with penguins, but that might be quite expensive because snow is expensive. Maybe some moose. I think that might be the last one, I'm not sure. 37 days, wow, that's a long time. Good thing we've got a long time. Yeah, let's go for some moose. So, that is 10 by 6, I think is big enough. 60 squares for 2 moose. Moose have quite demanding exhibit requirements, but at the same time, they don't need that big an exhibit, and they're actually, I think, reasonably popular with guests. Guest happiness is 93. We've got 1 hungry guest in the zoo, but I don't know why, because we do have a restaurant. Okay, so moose from memory want... Well, obviously they want deciduous. I think they want a bit of coniferous, and then a bit of grass, and a bit of dirt, and a bit of fresh water or something. I don't remember exactly, but they're quite picky, but it's nothing like super duper annoying or anything like that. I have built exhibit for moose before. Yeah, a bit of grass. It's quite predictable, and, you know, even if you haven't done it before, you can kind of figure it out. Oh, no dirt, okay. So a couple of rocks. Whoops. And then they want Weeping Willow Tree, which I should have known, because I've built many moose exhibits in the past. Okay, so that's 100 suitability for the moose. I haven't accidentally like created some kind of island or anything, have I? No, I think the zookeeper can get to all parts of that exhibit, no problem. Right, I'm going to build one more exhibit and then probably have to save up my cash. Two, three, four, five. Yeah, so I've already got 6 exhibits. And I've only actually used like 4 months of the game. Obviously, once I run out of money, it'll be a bit slower, and, you know, because I realise that expansion's been quite quick. But that's because I've got a lot of money. Yeah, all these buildings are making good profit and being used. Probably actually increase the exhibit, or like increase the cost of admission to $49 now. There you go. Right, so build another exhibit over here. I will build a unicorn exhibit, just not yet. Maybe Asian elephants? I don't think they live a very long time for some reason. Siberian tigers, maybe. I could even just go with like something cheap and cheerful and go with like zebra. Yeah, let's just go with zebra. They're cheap and cheerful. They're not that popular with guests, but they'll do. So 8 by 10 is plenty big enough. I'll probably fit like 4 zebra in this exhibit. Actually, put the entrance over here to the exhibit. Yeah, I'm going to need another zookeeper. And I don't know if zebras do mate. Or if I can just have like one male and the rest female. Also, actually, I'm wondering if I was meant to use the lean-to instead of the stable. Hold up. What the fuck is this foliage placement by me? Alright. That's only 91 suitability, they don't like the stable, and yeah. I should use the lean-to. And they want more animals of the same type, that's fine. Yeah, so this zebra isn't saying it wants a mate. I think then you can basically just have like one male zebra and as many females as you want. Okay, so that's still only 93 suitability though. Yeah, it's too many rocks, which is stupid because when I put them down it was fine. Still only 93 suitability, probably get away with more foliage then. There you go, 96 suitability. That's fine. It doesn't have to be, like, you know, 100 suitability for every exhibit, because that's actually impossible. There are some animals that you basically cannot get 100 suitability for, and that is fine. I'm going to put in some signs, just to increase the guest happiness a tiny bit. And also, actually, while I'm at it, I will put in, like, hedges and stuff, just to increase guest happiness a tiny bit. It's not strictly necessary, but it also makes the zoo look a bit nicer. And also, you don't have to pay upkeep on scenery, which is very nice. Because imagine if you... Wait. I'm saying that, and now I'm not actually sure if you do or not. I don't think you do. Do you? Does scenery come under, like, zoo upkeep? I actually don't know that. Panda enrichment takes 30 days to research, but it means that pandas become happier when the zookeeper enters their exhibit. So it's kind of like zookeeper training, but it only works for pandas. I guess that's fine. Zookeeper 4 needs to be assigned to this zebra exhibit. Yeah, placing food, that's fine. Do I have enough money to build another exhibit? I probably do, and if I run low I can always use the emergency donation of $10,000. Wow, the zebras are already bred. Actually, speaking of which, we don't have a problem with like overcrowding in any exhibits, do we? Moose are bred. Camels are bred. Wow, everybody's breeding. I mean, I know we researched like animal fertility, but that's ridiculous. Animals in this game just breed way too easily. Yeah, so we're going to make some money when these animals grow up into adults. We can sell them off. Alright, next exhibit, I have no idea what I want. Okay, that's nice. It's just the thing for like 98 or higher animal happiness that you can only get from June onwards. And it's a one-time $5,000 cash grant. I don't know. How many exhibits do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I need another 8. Okay. Maybe, like, I don't know. I want something that's, like, fairly cheap and fairly easy. Giant anteaters are fairly cheap, but I don't think they're very popular with guests. Sea lions, I don't know if they're popular with guests. I mean, like, grizzlies are popular with guests, but at the same time, it's like... Hippo? Hippos are actually surprisingly popular with guests, actually, so yeah, let's go with hippo. I'm just going to check, like, can hippos, like, jump? Do I need, like, high exhibit fencing for a hippo, or am I alright to just use low fencing? Okay, hippos are strong, but they can't jump, so I need low fencing, but, like, strong fencing. And also, I need an exhibit that is 10/10 for 2 hippo. That's fine. Oh shit, have I built it too big? Oh no, it's alright. Right. So this is Hippo exhibit. Yeah, I'm going to need the emergency donation because I'm not going to have enough money to do this. But with the emergency donation, that should be fine. Dirt. Bit of savannah. Actually quite a lot of savannah, it seems. Bit of sand? No. Oop, shit. I guess just a bit more fresh water, yeah. Not enough fresh water, too much dirt. Yeah, okay. Trying to avoid making an island. I have basically just made an island, but I can correct that. Okay, so we need a bit more dirt. No, we don't. A bit more savannah? Okay, now I'm really confused now. What are they complaining about? Right, not enough fresh water, too much savannah. Okay. Okay. So, right, that's fine. Apparently. Right, rocks and foliage. They want water reeds and they want rocks. Whoa, not that many rocks. And foliage. Also, I'm picking a load of animals that it's actually really difficult to get 90 suitability for. I just realised. Like, hippos, camels. Because, like, here, it's only 88 suitability. So if I can't get 90 suitability, I'm a bit screwed. Hold up a second. Yeah, this is actually telling me to use a different kind of foliage that unfortunately I'd have to research, but I think I should be able to get 90 suitability with this. Okay, that's 91 suitability. I'm going to save the game. I've not actually needed the emergency donation, which is interesting. Still 91 suitability. Oh! We just got the emergency donation. Yeah, it's because it rolled over to July, so I had to pay like upkeep and staff costs, which meant that my cash went below the threshold, so... Right, you need to be doing these hippo... or looking after the hippos, rather. Okay, yes, that's 92 suitability, that should be fine. But next exhibit will be something that's like, you know, more easily going to get to 95 suitability. Researching this project will introduce an inoculation program for the pandas, making them less likely to catch diseases, which takes 26 more days. Yeah, this panda care research is going to be expensive, but it is necessary. And it is also unique to the scenario, obviously. What do I do with this bit of land? I could just ignore it, I suppose. Because I can't really build anything here besides just like random bits of scenery. Alright, so we currently have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 exhibits with 4 zookeepers. That's fine. All the stats are obviously very good. Let's save the game again. So, if we built another exhibit, yeah, maybe Siberian tigers, although they're quite expensive. But yeah, let's go for Siberian tigers, because they are popular with guests. How big is that, actually? That's 9 squares. Okay, let's build it over here. That's 10 squares by 8 squares. Siberian... Fuck's sake, I can't type. Siberian tiger exhibit. Okie doke. Hopefully I can put an animal house or something in there, but I suppose actually failing that, I'm just going to put like random scenery. Yeah. Duck pond and fountain. Okay. Siberian Tiger. Yeah, I don't have enough to actually like build this exhibit up properly, unfortunately. Okay, so that terrain's fine. They don't like snowy rocks, but they do like regular rocks. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough money to actually like, build this exhibit up properly. Well, actually, maybe. Because it's like, it's not near the end of the month, so I don't have to worry about upkeep costs for quite a while. Okay, these guys want a lot of snow. Which is annoying because snow's expensive. Greystone. Damn it. Did I put too much snow or something? I don't know. Right. That terrain should be fine, and then obviously they want foliage. And you can actually just get away with using this Siberian pine bush, which is a lot cheaper than the foliage that they tell you to use, which I think is like Chinese fir tree, and also it's smaller so you can see what you're doing better. I would highly recommend. In saying that, have I just messed up? I have slightly messed up. There you go, 1992 diversity. Right. Yeah, I need another zookeeper. So that should be 9 exhibits then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there you go. 9 exhibits, right. So, Mr. Zookeeper 5 needs to be assigned to that exhibit. We are currently out of money, essentially. No, don't go to the crocodile exhibit. What are you doing, man? Who's looking after the crocodiles? This guy. So this guy looks after the crocodiles. No, he's going into a polar bear exhibit for some reason. Now he's raking up poo. Right. Silly zookeepers getting confused and doing things that they're not meant to do, and then not doing things that they are meant to do. Anyway, panda inoculations, excuse me, now available. Wow, we've actually got 302 guests in the zoo already. With a guest happiness of 96, that's really good. And yeah, we have actually gone into negative cash. So yeah, the zoo's doing really well, ignoring the fact that we've got no money. You know, zoo rating 87, animal happiness 99, guest happiness 96. Obviously this zoo looks very similar to every other zoo that I make in this game. I suppose that's to be expected. How are we actually doing for finances? So if we look at July, we spent $2,068 on research, $2,000 on animal purchase, and $19,200 on construction. So that adds up to 21,200, 23,300, 23,300, minus 10,000 for the emergency donation, so 23,300, 13,300. Yeah, we're making like $11,000 a month in profit once you get rid of like one-time fees like, you know, animal purchases and emergency donations and stuff like that. So we are making good profit. It's just that we're going to have to save up a bit of cash in order to build another exhibit. And when we do build that other exhibit, it's going to need to be built right next to the Siberian tigers, so that Zookeeper 5 doesn't have far to travel. So just check. Zookeeper 1 looks after Bengal tigers and bison, which is nice and easy because they're right next to each other. He looks after the crocodiles and the polar bears, which is fine because they're next to each other. Camel and moose, yeah, they're right next to each other. Zebra and hippo, yep, they're right next to each other. And then Siberian tiger. So just check that they're not overcrowded in the exhibits because of like babies and stuff like that. Yeah, we need to sell off a bison. So we can actually sell off number 1 and keep number 4. Because they don't mate, so you basically always want just one male and then the rest female for bison. Polar bears have given birth to 2 males, so they're going to both need to be sold off once they grow up. Crocodiles, that's fine. What the fuck? How's that happened? I was thinking, why aren't these crocodiles breeding? I've ended up with 2 female crocodiles. Okay, I'm stupid. So, I don't know how that's happened, but we've ended up with 2 female crocodiles. So, I need to sell both those off and then get a male and a female crocodile. Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. I messed up. Obviously. Female, female, male, male, female, male, male, female, male. That's fine now. Male, female, male. He needs to be... Oh, actually, he can stay, apparently. Yeah, we can actually have, like, 3 adult camels, and it's no problem. This... Oh, we can have... Oh, we can actually have 3... That's interesting. We can actually have 3, adult moose. Apparently that's okay. Huh. I thought you could only have 2. Okay. Zebra are fine, and hippo are fine. Although he's complaining about large amount of foliage, but it's still fine. Yeah, the suitability of all the exhibits is above 90, so that's no problem. The only one that might be a concern is the hippo, but even then that's like 92 suitability, so she'll be fine. Right, so... yeah, so we've got a bit of money. As I said, you know, even with research cost, we still make good profit. And a bit of animal purchase cost, we still made like over 10,000 this month in profit. Very nice. What do I want to build as the next exhibit? I don't know. I mean, it could be worthwhile to research endangered animals, but maybe do that like when we get more money. But then we also don't need to because we've got enough variety available to us anyway. Maybe like Asian elephant. I did say I was going to build Asian elephant. Probably need to save a bit more cash up if we're going to do that though. Jaguars maybe. They don't need a very big exhibit and they don't need the cat climbing tree. And they are popular with guests. So maybe Jaguar, but I don't think they live very long. Jaguar. Then again, I don't think Asian elephant live very long either. Maybe we should go with grizzly bear. But then that might be quite an expensive exhibit with all the elevation changes and terrain types. And, you know, grizzly bear need so many trees in their exhibit, it's ridiculous. We've got 1 hungry guest, so I'm wondering if maybe we should build like a second restaurant or something. Would encourage guests to come over this way if we expand out this way. Might also be worthwhile, actually, once we build another exhibit, like, near here, that Zookeeper 5 can look after, maybe start expanding out this way? Because we don't want to just keep expanding out this way. I just noticed this map is going to be, like, way bigger than we actually need. I mean, this map isn't, you know, the largest map in the world, but it's way bigger than we need. It wouldn't surprise me if you could probably actually fit, like, 30 exhibits on this map. Right, yeah, I don't know what I want to build as the next exhibit. Gemsbok? They're probably quite cheap, but they're not that popular. I mean, Komodo Dragon are really popular for some reason, but they're also possibly a bit of a faff to exhibit. Tapir. Just wondering about any of like these animals, like the savannah animals. You know, like a rhino or something. Submarine Tiger 1 is ill, that's not good. Maybe rhino, but then you need quite a big exhibit for them as well. Black bear. But again, they need a lot of foliage. But then again, I don't know. Giraffe, rhino, Asian elephant, orangutan. Orangutan I think are quite popular, but they might also be quite expensive. Screw it, let's just go with orangutan. I like orangutans. Yeah, we don't want that because then the orangutan will just climb out. And I don't need to look. Orangutans can definitely climb. You know, I've seen them in zoos, and orangutans are extraordinarily skilled at climbing, as you would expect. Right, so let's get some orangutan going. Just get 2 for now. Diverse species, that's good. Wood shelter? Whoops. Yeah. Okay, let's get the rope swing and the jungle gym. I'll put it down there and frick. Alright, well that'll have to do. I don't really want it there, but that'll do. Whoops. Okay. Right, that's fine. I hope I've got enough money, but I almost certainly don't. But then again, October's still quite a while away, so we might be alright. Rainforest. Okay, so I do want a bit of grass, at least. Quite a bit of dirt in the exhibit as well. And probably a bit of fresh water. Oh no fresh water, that's interesting. Okay, and then foliage. They want durian tree, or however you pronounce it. Right, so we seem to have completed all the panda care stuff. That's good. That actually saves us a bit of money each month because we're not currently researching anything. Yeah, so it's good to get the panda care stuff out of the way. So we're not researching it whilst we actually have the pandas. Okay, so that's 100 suitability, that's really good. Right, you need to look after the orangutan as well. And once again we're out of money. And it's almost October, so we're going to be in negative cash again. Right, so 9 months into the scenario, and we've got 10 exhibits. We need another 5, and then we can build the pandas, and then once they breed, then we've basically won the scenario. So, yeah, if we look, we've researched nutritional animal food, animal fertility, animal antibiotics, and reduced food costs for animal care, and then panda enrichment, which means that pandas become happier when the zookeeper enters their exhibit, which is like zookeeper training 1, except it only works for pandas. Panda inoculations makes pandas less likely to catch diseases, and panda fertility increases the reproduction rate of the pandas. So yeah, it's basically very similar to like animal care in general. It's just that it's for pandas. I think we get a lot of ill animals. I think actually we do have a lot of animals end of. Right, we can sell off Tiger 1, Tiger 2, keep Tiger 3, Tiger 4, so they are male and female. Bison, these guys are fine. Polar bear, these guys will need to be sold off once they grow up. We are actually now having baby crocodiles now that I didn't just create 2 female crocodiles. Yeah, that was a mistake. Actually, what gender were those baby crocodiles? Ah, 1 male and 1 female, so when they grow up we can sell off Crocodile 3 and Crocodile 4. And keep 5 and 6. Hippo 3 will need to be sold off because the exhibit is only big enough for 2 hippos. And also I think hippos actually you can only have like 2 in the exhibit anyway. I think if you try and have 3 in the exhibit they become unhappy anyway, so... Right, Siberian Tiger 3 and 4 will need to be sold off, and the orangutans are fine. Actually, we could even get like more orangutan. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You can have 4 orangutan in an exhibit, it's no problem. 2 males, 2 females, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're going to need another restaurant. So let's build... What do I go with the Prairie... Let's actually go with the Prairie Dog Cafe. So even though October's rolled around, we still have a tiny bit of cash. Let's make that $12. And we can put an elephant fountain here. Right. Yeah, so people are starting to use the Prairie Dog Cafe. As expected. It's just because we've got so many guests in the zoo that one restaurant just isn't enough to feed everybody, so by having the Prairie Dog Cafe, not only do we actually make more money, but guests become happier because they're not wandering around the zoo being hungry. And also it actually encourages guests to actually come over to this bit of the zoo anyway, because guests naturally sort of are attracted to animals, obviously, but they also don't want to walk too far. But they are attracted to restaurants and eating places, so it gives them an excuse to come over here and see these animals that they might otherwise not see, because they're stupid. And the guest happiness is straight away gone from 93 to 96. Although we still actually have 6 hungry guests, so I don't know, hopefully that'll be fixed soon. Yeah, the animals are happy, the guests are happy, the zoo rating is pretty high. So we should have 10 exhibits now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5... Yeah, 5 zookeepers, 10 exhibits. And I think we're fine for overcrowding purposes. Although we are going to have future problems with baby animals. That's no problem, we just have to monitor the exhibits. And then once we get a bit more money, then obviously we build the 11th exhibit. We will need another zookeeper. And I'm going to expand over this way, because then it's near these buildings and it gives guests... It means that we're not just building out in one direction, meaning that the guests are just having to walk from the entrance all the way over here. You know, instead of going from the entrance and they're just coming like over here and it's a bit closer to the entrance. Guests don't have as far to travel. 97 guest habits, that's really good. We've basically solved the hungry guest problem. 5 benefactors isn't a lot, but we do have 391 guests in the zoo, that's really good. So what do I want to do for Exhibit 11? I don't know. I do want unicorns, but I think I might make that Exhibit 15. Exhibit 11, I'm not sure. I don't want a Highland animal because that's just like more faff than it's worth. Maybe Komodo dragons. They're like really popular with guests actually. Yeah, let's go for Komodo dragons. Excuse me. So we don't have much cash because November just rolled around, but should be okay. That area, I could put an animal house there later. Because it's like 5 squares wide, so I think I could probably fit an aviary there later on. Or, you know, another animal house of some kind. Obviously I've got to research them, but I'm just saying later on, I think I'll put an aviary. As for now, I doubt Komodo dragons really need like that strong exhibit fencing. I can't imagine that they can jump or climb. Let's make climb out or jump over it. I don't know, it's risky. I'll save it and then we'll find out. If it all goes rubbish, if it all goes like pear-shaped, then we know that I'll just reload the save. So that is an 80 square exhibit, that should be big enough. Actually, I think you can probably get away with like, I think Komodo dragons, I think you can get away with like 50 squares or something, like really small. But anyway, I've built it now, so it's fine. Unless I reload the save, of course. Right. Do these guys actually need a shelter? I don't remember. I also remember that these guys want like quite unusual exhibit terrain requirements. Because they want like sand, fresh water and grey stone or something. No grass. Bit of dirt? No. I've created an island, haven't I? Yeah, it's okay. Something like that should be okay. I don't remember what foliage these guys want, unless it's just rainforest fern, which is the same as the Bengal tiger. I just know that these guys are like really attractive to guests for some reason. So how's that? That is 89 suitability. He's saying it's fine. Obviously it isn't. So that's 95 suitability. So obviously they don't want the shelter. That's fine. Okay, so they're not bothered about fresh water. Or grey stone. Or sand. So I'm guessing they maybe want like a bit more rainforest? No. That's weird. Grass? No? Okay. 96 suitability. $97 Yeah, okay. I guess that's that. Right. So, we're going to need another zookeeper. He looks after Exhibit 11, which is the Komodo Dragon exhibit. And save the game. Yes, I'm not actually currently researching anything at the moment. Staff education? Yeah, there you go. I want zookeeper training 1, so I'll just research that. And then, I guess, we could start researching some animal houses. Oh, there you go. Avery's actually the first one, so that's the one that I actually kind of wanted. Let's put in some exhibit signs. And for the next exhibit, I have no idea what I want to build. Although I'm basically out of money. Maybe like giant anteater, because they're like really cheap. Pretty sure that a 5x8, which is 40 squares, I think that is actually big enough for like 2 anteater. And that's all you need. Although unfortunately I do need some cash. But it's the start of the month, so that's the best time to start building. No rocks, amazingly. And then they want, like, the Ulmo tree. Yeah, there it is. Oh. I have no money. Good thing the zoo is very profitable. That's 96 suitability already. Zookeeper training 1's now available. Yeah, we don't want maintenance worker training. Best zoo, silver trophy, that's 90, 90 suitability, that's good. Okay, let's stop researching for now. I can fit the aviary in, which is really good. So the good thing is that if you just have the base exhibit, then this is free. It just provides a very small guest happiness bonus, but it is actually free. You don't have to pay for any upkeep. But back to the exhibit for the anteaters. We need a burrow, and we do actually need a tiny bit more, well, a bit more foliage. Oops. That's 99 suitability, that's fine. So this guy needs to be assigned to this exhibit as well. And that is 12 exhibits. Yeah, unfortunately, there's the best zoo silver trophy for 90 zoo rating. It doesn't give you any cash. If we can get 95 zoo rating, which, you know, we almost certainly can, you do get a cash bonus, and I can't remember how much it is. I think it's like 40,000. But getting 95 zoo rating is very difficult, because it means that you've got to have, like, you know, 30 exhibits or something. And a lot of research done, and very high, like, guest happiness and animal happiness and everything. It's not really doable, this scenario. We need maintenance workers, because the exhibit fencing is starting to deteriorate. Okay, there's too many animals in the polar bear exhibit, so... yeah, sell off polar bear 3 and 4. Crocodiles are fine, but yeah, we need maintenance workers, because these fences are starting to deteriorate. Actually, let's build the stable there. Oh, bollocks. Moose is fine, he just wants a shelter. I realise that I'm building shelters for animals that I will later sell off, but it's not like I'm going to have... you know, it's not like I'm building so many shelters that it is a problem. It's just like a sort of temporary solution, or like it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Which I think is fine. Yeah, 3 and 4 need to be sold off. And the orangutans are fine, the Komodo dragons are fine. Right, everybody's fine. And I've got loads of money. Because I just made quite a bit of money from selling off baby animals. Saying that, January's about to roll around, so that will go down a bit. But it shouldn't go down massively. How many I've got 7 benefactors, but I'm getting loads of guests in the zoo. Yeah. I really don't think money's going to be an issue. I mean, We've got barely enough at the start of each month to build like an exhibit, but I think overall money is not going to be an issue. The zoo is pretty profitable. Guests are very happy. And we've got lots of sort of profitable buildings. Yeah, I'm going to need more maintenance workers though. Alright, 5 maintenance workers. Go do your thing. You can't assign maintenance workers to specific exhibits, so they're just going to have to make do and figure it out themselves. I mean, I can move them around, of course, but as it happens, they're actually doing a reasonable job of figuring it out themselves. Where is the broken exhibit fencing, anyway? It's, yeah, there and there. And the Bengal tiger. Oh, there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, unless it's, like, completely broken, the animal won't escape, so, you know, it being slightly broken is not a cause for concern. Because the maintenance workers will just fix it anyway. Alrighty. So we need another 3 exhibits. Actually, we haven't built lions yet. Let's go for lions. Because obviously lions are popular. And they breed a lot, actually, in this game. So that is 10 by 8, that's fine. Lion exhibit. Yeah, lions do breed like crazy, so we'll need to keep a monitor on them, but, you know, at the same time, it's more money for us from selling lions. Do I have to use the umbrella? I think I do have to use the umbrella thorn tree, actually. It is very expensive. And very big. But... oops. What's that? 97 suitability, yeah, they want more foliage, is what it's saying. Your zoo is running low on money, yeah, no. 98 suitability, he's saying that's fine. I think I'm just going to leave it. Right, so... yeah, we need another zookeeper. And we are out of money again. It's fine. Wow, lots of baby crocodiles. 7 and 8, both female. 5 and 6 are male and female, so they can be kept. 3 and 4 sold off. 5 and 6, keep them. 7 and 8 will need to be sold off. Most popular zoo, silver certificate, 500 guests in the zoo. Unfortunately, don't come with any money. How am I able to have 4 camels in this exhibit? That's really weird. But we've also got 2 males and 2 females, so that's really convenient. Alright. Let's keep 3 and 4, because that's 1 male and 1 female, handily. Zebras are fine. Hippo, fine. Siberian tiger. 5 and 6 will need to be sold off. Orangutan haven't bred yet. Komodo dragon has bred. And giant anteater bred. So, and lions haven't bred yet, but that's fine. Right. Save the game. Just wondering if it's worth putting money into more animal houses. Maybe not yet. Maybe later on. It's not like we're desperate for guest happiness. And also, actually, I've seen many things online where it's like animal houses are not worth it. You're better off just going with zoo scenery. Because zoo scenery can just increase the guest happiness as much as the animal house would, and yeah, I can see the logic, but I kind of like animal houses. They add a bit of they add more things for the guests to do, and they kind of make the zoo look a bit nicer. They're just kind of like an interesting thing to have, but I do realise that they're probably not recommended, because they are expensive to upkeep and expensive to research in general. But if you've kind of got more money than you know what to do with, then they can be worthwhile just getting anyway. Right, for the... I guess this is going to be number 14 exhibit. I think we can go with some grizzly bear. Some grizzlies. And then the exhibit 15 can be the unicorn. Unfortunately, this is going to be very expensive to build this exhibit. Let's build a timber 10 exhibit. Whoa. Hang on. Not like that. Yeah. So this is grizzly bear exhibit. And this is going to be very expensive, and I don't have any money. So I am going to have to wait around a bit. Should be okay for like a bit of hills. This is just sort of like preliminary stuff that I know that I'm going to have to do for the grizzly bears. But for now I just need to save up some money, which is not going to be easy. Well, actually no, because it's only like the start of February, so... I was thinking if it was like near the end of the month, then I could be in problems. Oh wow. Line 4, line 5 are male and female, so they can be kept. That's very handy. Tiger 5 and Tiger 6 do need to be sold off eventually. Yeah, there's no way that's going to work. No real point doing terrain modifications when I don't know the exact ratios and requirements that the animals are going to have, one. But there's also no point getting the animals until I know that I'm going to have enough money for the terrain modifications, so I think basically just wait until a bit more money comes in and then get a grizzly bear. The thing is I can actually get away with just one grizzly bear, and he's perfectly happy just living on his own. I don't need two. I'm only getting two so that they might breed. and also just to kind of keep each other company. But like I say, you could just build an exhibit that's like half this size, 50 squares, and then have one grizzly bear, and that would be a lot cheaper and easier to maintain, I suppose. And he would actually be perfectly happy on his own. Alright, let's get one grizzly bear. One male grizzly bear. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, so this grizzly bear is going to be a bit unhappy, probably, for some time. Shit, I didn't mean to actually accept that. Oh well. So, grizzly bear with, yeah, 61 suitability. Too much coniferous, not enough deciduous. Because every time you sort of back out of the terrain modification menu, it's like you accept the terrain, and therefore you have to actually pay for it, which is annoying. I think I can get away with just pine tree, which is quite a bit cheaper than the yellow cedar, which is what they tell you to use. Apparently wants more rocks. Ow! March 1st arrived. I'm now out of money. I think the fact that it's on green suitability, like, it's only 74 suitability, but I think the fact it's green means that he is actually technically happy enough. But we are going to need another... no, I'm not going to need another zookeeper. But yeah, this grizzly bear actually is becoming happier. Yeah, 70 happiness. So, I think basically if the suitability is green, even though it's only 74, it's enough for the animal to be happy. But you probably need, like, I don't know if you need, like, 100 suitability or, 90 suitability to get it to be, like, really happy, but obviously once we get more money, we'll get a second grizzly bear and make this exhibit a lot better. Not necessarily in that order, but until the money starts coming in, then... I mean, 77 happiness, that's not bad. Considering the exhibit isn't finished. Still wants more rocks. I do know, and I did say that grizzly bear do want loads of foliage, but I didn't think the rocks would be so much an issue. Okay, so that's 81 suitability, and I still need more foliage, obviously. Yeah, it's still only 88 suitability because I need loads more foliage. .94 suitability and I still need more foliage. Still need more foliage even with 95 suitability. Yeah, grizzlies are expensive and sort of demanding. 96 suitability, and he's saying that it's fine. I could get it up even higher, to be fair. $98 suitability, that's fine. Right, let's get another grizzly bear. Yes, he's actually very happy, and so's that one. Right, so that should be 14 exhibits. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, 14 exhibits. 7 zookeepers. So we just need to build one more exhibit, which is going to be expensive because it's a unicorn exhibit, so it needs to be quite big, and unicorns are quite expensive to adopt anyway. I don't have to build a unicorn exhibit, I'm just saying I want to build a unicorn exhibit. I'm not researching anything at the moment, so that saves us money. Actually, staff education... yeah. Because I do need maintenance worker training too. And I probably want zookeeper training too as well. So unfortunately I need to research a load of rubbish to get to those. Still a bit of broken fencing, but it's nothing major. It could be worthwhile getting another maintenance worker. 91 zoo rating now. Oh, the orangutans have bred and had a male baby. That probably will need to be sold off when it grows up, because I can't imagine the exhibit is actually going to be big enough, unfortunately. Not enough shelters and wants a toy. Yeah, you've got to be very careful with lions, because it's very easy to have the exhibit sort of get overcrowded and just full of, well, babies and make it inaccessible for the zookeeper. You do have to be careful in that regard. Still, should be fine at the moment. Alright, well, basically now we just need to save up some money, and then, like I say, save up some money and then build the unicorn exhibit, and then we should be able to get the pandas going. And also, actually, I just noticed that even though I feel like I've been expanding quite quickly, we have actually almost used half of our time. Which is not it's not a cause for concern, because all we actually have to do is just build one more exhibit, and then build a panda exhibit, and then get some baby pandas. If the pandas breed relatively quickly, which is a big if, then, like I say, the scenario could theoretically be won with, like, 9 months to spare or something. Maybe longer. On the other hand, the pandas could just refuse to breed, making my life very difficult. But, despite the fact that this isn't actually 2 hours yet, I think I'm going to actually end this part here. Because I'm sort of at a good stopping point. And I don't want to wait too long to save up some money to build the next exhibit. So I'm actually going to save the game and say thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next video, which if it's Zoo Tycoon, it will be obviously part 2 of breeding giant pandas. I don't know when that'll be uploaded, I don't know when it'll be recorded, but it'll just follow on directly from this. Take care folks, have a nice day, see you in the next video. Bye bye.